Okay. Versatile Vigilante, man. Young Vince, Uncle Vinny, solo episode, final one of the year, man. 2021 coming to a close. We're at that holiday season. Super wild to think about how another year's gone by. Time fucking flies. That's a fact. Every year seems to go faster, but a lot of good shit happened. A lot of everything, not just good shit. A lot of shit happened in 2021. So I just kind of wanted to wrap this year off strong with a little solo rant. Just talking about what's going on, man. So 2021, it's really interesting year for me, man. Just thinking about what's happened from January to December, a lot of different shit, man. There was a French Montana lyric from back in the day where he's like, every day same shit, but when I look back, shit's different, and that's a really true thing to say, especially for this year, especially for last year, where society wise, it felt like things were moving super slow, but it was a really good lesson over these last couple years, man. Can't just be waiting for things to pop up. We've been waiting for COVID restrictions to be lifted, and it feels like that shit changes every day. Stuff that's just not in our control. And I really learned that over the last year, especially like, hey, man, you got some things you want to do. You got to work around some of the obstacles. There will never be a perfect landscape for you. I don't think. I think you really have to make your own situation, make your own moves, no matter what's going on. And this year was very interesting for me because I had some plans in place that all of which were, you know, things I wanted to do but wasn't quite sure how to do them. And an example would have been the Versatile Vigilante photo video shoot that we did with Royce Visuals back in the summertime with the jerseys and the hats and shit like that. And that was in the cards for quite a while, man. That was something that I really wanted to do. Even in that process, there were these obstacles that would keep coming up. And honestly, I feel like that was a blessing, man. I feel like when you have things in your way, when you have a plan and something comes up that kind of makes you maneuver that plan, makes you change your plans. I think that's really good, man. I feel like it made me stronger because it showed, hey, man, you could have the best blueprint out there, but everyday shit is gonna come up, and if you want to get this thing done, you got to do it. You just got to work around those obstacles. You got to make moves, and this year was a big thing for that, man. It was like I realized, hey, you want to go do some shit. Some people might not like it. Some people might not fuck with it. You might have to change what you originally wanted to do, but I think that's what being a real, someone who's trying to get their shit done, I think that's what it is. You just understand, hey, I got to maneuver no matter what. Things are going to happen. I can't let that throw me off my game. And 2021, it was all about that, man. Very little was planned and very little was exactly how I wanted it to go, but I'm extremely happy with how things did go because got a lot accomplished, man. And not just tooting my horn, I'm talking about this because I feel like a lot of people could probably relate where, you have some big plans. I really just am that belief. You can't wait, man. You got to do it. If it's something that you're looking to do now, let's get it done now. Let's get that going, man. We don't know how much restrictions are going to be around for. We don't know how much time we really have to get some of this shit done. And I'm not saying rush it, man. I'm saying take your time, but get it done, man. We can't wait for the perfect time to start. We just gotta move. And that was a huge lesson for me this year. Last year was all about just kind of survival in my eyes, man. 2020, just all the lockdown shit. It was crazy. Just really had to go back to the drawing board and start everything over again, man. And even when talking Versatile Vigilante, the beginning of this year, I'm like, you know what? It's really a fresh calendar. No matter what other shit is going on, it's a fresh calendar. Let's start something new. And got the new logo with the waves and got a new intro for my shit. Shout out Jawan, shout out Fabio. I feel like that was just symbolic, man. Like, you know what? No matter what's going on in the world, no matter how long other shit lingers, other bullshit is going on, let's get a fresh slate going for ourselves. And 2021, I'm really happy about how the year went because definitely took some steps personally. I'm talking personal life, made some changes, professionally made some changes. Versatile vigilante wise. Last year I had zero guests, bro. Last year I had no one come on, and I had no real direction either, man. I was still doing some of the episodes out of my basement, not really knowing what was good. I definitely wasn't in the best frame of mind myself, just because life was crazy. Life always gonna have some crazy shit, and sometimes you might be tripping a little bit. I definitely could say I was. And this year I probably was tripping. I'm probably always tripping, honestly. But this year I just felt a little bit more organized. Head was a little clearer, and had some cool people come through. Had experience a little bit more than I did last year in terms of life. Not just fucking being cooped up under some crazy restrictions and shit. So 2021, man, I don't know. It was good to me, and the main point I want to bring up on this episode, this one to wrap up the year, is just one thing I really learned, man. You got to be very proud of the things that you accomplish, but you also have to understand you have to build on it. And put it in my perspective, did some really good collabs this year, work with some really good people, really like some of the stuff. A lot of the stuff that I put out, I loved doing it, and I think it came out great. And it's important to show yourself love. It's important when you do something that you liked, you did something you're proud of. You have to show that love. You gotta give yourself that credit. One thing I learned this year, though, you gotta build on that. You gotta use that momentum that you have and keep it moving, man. Use some of the resources that you've discovered, some of the skills that you've developed. Keep building on them, man. It's like unlocking a new level. It's not when you do something cool, it's not like you're just winning for life. You got to keep doing good shit. You got to keep building on it. But at the same time, understand when you do take those steps. Understand when growth, you do see growth in yourself. It's important to give yourself a little pat on the back, because we all kick each other in the ass enough. I think we all beat ourselves up quite a bit. That's part of being a human being. Just I think kind of being hard on yourself is being a human. At least for me, that's definitely true. But we also have to balance that with showing ourselves some love as well. So it's important to address. You've done some good shit. Just as important as it is to, oh man, I could have done that better. It's important to balance that out for yourself. For me, at least it is. But I definitely want to keep my foot on the gas, bro. Keep my foot on these guys' necks, because when you do some good shit, it unlocks some new potential for you. And to get to that next level, more work has to be put in. And I've learned that it's not that things get easier. It's just you get better at maneuvering. You get smarter. You do something once, the next time you do it, it's going to be better if you're trying to learn from it. If you're trying to use that experience to your benefit. So anyone who's done some good shit this year, shout out to you, man. It's tough to maneuver around. It's hard to get shit done, and it's really cool to see a lot of the people, especially in Toronto, doing some really good stuff. And I'm excited to see what everyone comes up with in the new year. I'm excited to see what I come up with in the new year. Versatile Vigilante, we're always moving. We're always doing something. But that's really what I wanted to talk about today, man. Just the importance of building on momentum. We do one thing well, let's keep it moving. We do one thing poorly, hey, it's in the past. Let's move from it. Let's learn from it. I don't want to dwell on either of those, man. I don't want to dwell on the good shit I've done too much. I don't want to dwell on the not so good shit that I've done. I just want to keep it moving, try to do better next time. And I think that's how growth is seen, man. Just, learning from mistakes, learning from accomplishments, trying to grow off both of them. So that's the goal going forward, 2022. Just keep making positive increments, man, whether it's slow as fuck or whether it's giant steps. All of them work for me, man. I just want to keep that moving, keep working with really cool people. Shout out everyone that I've had in the studio this year. All of them were dope as fuck. Shout out to all the videos we worked on. Anyone who's been a part of this, even if you're a supporter, big shout out to everyone that's just involved, man. Personally, professionally, whatever it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I don't really have too much to say today. I just wanted to wrap the year off strong. Just show that, let's keep building on some of the things that we've done, man. Let's keep improving. Let's keep moving. Don't fold, man. You know, whether you're enjoying, if you're enjoying yourself, you feel like you're doing something positive, keep doing it, man. If you feel like things aren't going the way you want to go to, it's never a bad thing to slow it down, start back from basics. I've had to do that many times in my life. We'll probably have to do that for the rest of my life too. So, you know, whether things are going exactly the way you want it or not the way you want it, gotta keep it moving no matter what, man. Just can't panic, can't bend to the fucking outside pressure, can't let people get in your way. If you feel confident about what you're doing, keep it moving, man. Whatever field you're in, keep it moving. That's shit I say to myself, and you know, truly believe in that, man. So versatile vigilante, 2021 wrap up, man. Very happy with the year. Excited to take some time off to chill, you know, get back to basics a little bit and start again, man. Get back to it. Keep moving up levels. So that's pretty much what I wanted to discuss. Shout out to everyone. Hope everyone has a good end of year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that, depending on when this episode comes out. But that's pretty much it, man. Versatile Vigilante, we're out here. 2021, 2022, we're definitely still out here, even more, even harder. Pause. There we go. We're outside, man.